Hey everybody, this is Mace1370 for another 8-4 RTR draft. This pack has a pretty awesome mythic rare in it, Sphinx's Revelation, worth quite a few tickets, also a great card, so I'm pretty happy to take it. Let's see, other notable cards for the pack. Azorius Charm is pretty good. Frostburn Weird, premium Izzet card. I think it's kind of gone down in value in non-Izzet decks. It can be a little awkward to cast in Rakdos unless you're heavy red. I think it can still be very good though. Common Bond also good, Axebane Guardian also good, but I think Sphinx's Revelation is far and away the pick here, not just for money reasons. It's a pretty strong card, so we're going to take that. All right, following it up, I think a weaker pack. There's Gerard's Orders. We're not taking it. Phantom General is not bad. Vassal Soul, Asperius Skywatch, Concordia Pegasus Armory Guard. So we have some options. Phantom General, I think, is probably the strongest card in this pack, but I think it works well in Selesnya. I don't know how well it works in Azorius. You'd have to have quite a few tokens. Vassal Soul is kind of a unexciting, 2/2 flyer for 3. But I guess that's the pick here. I mean, it goes with our first pick. It can go in a variety of decks. Not sure. Maybe Phantom General is the right pick. I just don't think Phantom General works that well in Selesnya, unless you get a bunch of Eye in the Sky and Nightly Valors, but this could be wrong. Yeah, I think I'm just going to take the Vassal Soul. Asperius Skywatch is also an option, but I think Vassal Soul is the safer pick there. So for this pack, we have a couple very strong cards in our archetype. Righteous Authority is going to, be the pick pretty much assuredly. It's very, very strong. It's in, the colors of the two cards we've already taken, and I consider this to be a good signal. If we've gotten this, then that means two people, upstream from us are not in Azorius. So the Azorius card should be flowing. And considering that there are 3 uncommons still left in this pack, even if there was like a foil Azorius card that you would somehow take over Righteous Authority, like Sphinx's Revelation or something, I think that there's still at least maximum one player upstream from us is Azorius, and even then I think that's like a very unlikely scenario for even that to be the case. So I think we take Righteous Authority, but there's also an Azorius Key Rune and an Azorius Charm. We did pass another Azorius Charm earlier, but I think we're in a good spot so far. So for this pack, we have either Inaction Injunction or Keening Apparition. I think Inaction Injunction is probably the pick. I have a harder time picking it up than I do Keening Apparition, and I think we've seen 2 Keening Apparitions so far, so it's possible one makes it around the table and we get that back. I like Inaction Injunction a lot. Tempo-wise, it's a very strong card. Keening Apparition, I think, is also very important to the Azorius game plan. It's an early creature, helps deal with the all-important Stab Wound, which can really wreck you, if they throw it on like a Concordia Pegasus or a Sunspire Griffin or something like that. So, we definitely want to get, at least one Keening Apparition in our deck at the end of the day, but Inaction Injunctions are just really solid cards. So, good cards for us keep on flowing. Seems like we're Azorius no problem in this draft. Thought Flare is very strong, and we're seeing that pretty late. I think that's a signal that Izzet's probably open. Thought Flare is a very strong card. You could even theoretically just take it and plan on splashing it, but I think we want to take Sunspire Griffin. It's one of the better, 3 drops in Azorius. 2/3 flyer is strong and will be good for us. We're also passing a Vassal Soul and an Azorius Guildgate. A little frustrating that, Azorius is still getting through us, so we're not really cutting it off. So we might get a little cut off in pack 2, but given the quality of the cards we're seeing so far, I don't know if I can complain about that. So here we have to choose between Tristani's Judgment and Tower Drake. I think I think it's easy to get a decent amount of 3-power flyers in Azorius. So even though I think Tower Drake is one of the better ones, like I think it's better than Vassal Soul, just because you can pump it up to block, and there's not a whole lot of things that remove things for 1 power that can't also kill 2 power. I mean, I guess Electricity kind of blows you out sometimes, but it's pretty uncommon. So I think our pick will be Tristani's Judgment. It's important to have removal, and Tristani's Judgment kills everything. Okay, so here we can either pick a Dispel or a Stealer of Secrets. Interesting. I think we probably take the Stealer here, just because Dispel I think goes a little later. I think we've seen a couple in this pack or in this draft so far already, so it's possible we'll get one on the wheel. And Azorius is all about curving out, and if you can, drop your Stealer of Secrets and then detain something and get a free card, that can be pretty awesome. If they stumble just a little bit and you get a free hit in, that really hurts them a lot as well. So I think Stealer's okay. So we'll be taking that. Interesting. So now we can either take Azor's Elocutors or Swift Justice. I think it's probably Swift Justice. I mean, this card is cute. It's basically just, it would be a wall in our deck. Kind of an ineffectual wall, I think, just because if we're on this beatdown path, which, looking at the cards we've taken in the lower slots so far seems to be kind of the play. We're not going to be able to clog up, the ground very well with 2/2 flyers. So I think we take Swift Justice. Hopefully someone downstream from us doesn't interpret that as a signal. Alright, kind of surprised to see an Axebane Guardian this late. They're usually not here. It's the best card in the pack, so we'll take it. I don't think we're going to play it. I mean, I guess alternatively we could just take Launch Party. But I guess we'll just take, I think Axebane Guardian's a stronger card, so we'll just take that. So now it's between Concordia Pegasus and Mizium Skin. I think we just take the Pegasus. Wow, and an Azorius Charm Table. That's pretty awesome for us. Maybe the people at this table really don't care for Azorius, but I think it's a good archetype to be in, and it's possible we're like either the only ones in it or there's only one other Azorius player at the table. Maybe a couple people open Rakdos bombs or they just really like Rakdos, but really happy to get that back. Avenging Arrow is not my favorite card, but we'll take it there. Interesting. So we could take a Vassal Soul or the Ethereal Armor. I think the pick is probably Vassal Soul. Maybe that's wrong. I don't know. The armors seem kind of gimmicky to me and do open you up to the possibility of getting blown out. And we only have one enchantment so far. If we had also gotten like a Knightly Valor and like a Security Blockade earlier in the pack, then maybe I would have taken the Ethereal Armor there. But like I said earlier, you want to get a good curve going, and part of that is picking up these flyers while you can, so you don't have to take them over a key card like a removal spell later on. So this pack was great for us. We essentially just got flooded with awesome playables all the way to the end. So hopefully the packs continue to be good. All right. This pack has some pretty powerful cards. Not so much for us. Interesting. So I think we have to choose between either Frostborn Weird and Skyline Predator or Stealer of Secrets. I guess we could take Wayfaring Temple and try to splash it, but that just doesn't seem really to be the play. We don't have any fixtures so far, and we'd have to pick up a couple to make that even viable, and even then, I don't know. Wayfaring Temple doesn't do very much in Azorius since you don't have, tokens out reliably. So either Frostborn Weird or Skyline Predator. This is an interesting pick. Double blue can be kind of awkward to play. So maybe we take the Predator. 3/4, in the air is big. The flash is nice, but usually not relevant. This could be wrong here. We already need double blue for Sphinx's Revelation, so you know what? I'm going to take the weird. Maybe that's wrong, doing that. It seems, I don't know. I think we do want to curve out, and having the 2 drops is nice. Seems like we have a decent amount of blue so far. That, like I said earlier, that could be wrong though. And so for this pack, I think we just take another Sunspire Griffin. Runewing's an option. Runewing I think is less exciting. than Sunspire Griffin. So we'll do that. Interesting. Okay, so here we have a few options. Teleportal being here is a little confusing for me since we passed that really late Thought Flare. And I think we opened a Frostburn Weird. You would think that someone would have seen the Thought Flare and maybe gone into a Is It and then grabbed the Teleportal. I don't know. So for us, it's between the Azorius Arrestor and the Asperia Skywatch. And I think we could also take Hussar Patrol. Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to do that because I like Arrestor a lot. But we've already grabbed a couple 2-drops, and we don't have any 4-drops right now. And I do like Hussar Patrol. I think he's one of the better common creatures in Azorius. Alright, this pack is not that exciting for us. I guess we just take a Vassal Soul here. Follow the Gavel's okay. I think it's more of a sideboard card though. So let's grab that. Alright. This pack also a little less exciting for us. Looks like we're taking a Guildgate. Help our mana base a little. Maybe help us play that Frostborn Weird. If we get an Izzet Guildgate, it might be worth playing just to maybe enable him a little bit better. Okay, so here we could either take Knightly Valor, Stealer of Secrets, Runewing, or Syncopate, and then Paralyzing Grasp kind of in there at the end. I think Knightly Valor is probably the pick. We have a good amount of 3-drops here. Knightly Valor works really well in Azorius. You know, just putting it on like a 2/2 or a 2/3 flyer, and you get this big vigilance flying creature that is hitting them in the air for quite a bit, and it really forces them to deal with it. I think we do want to kind of keep our eye out. I was about to say for a Dispel, and there we go. And there's really nothing else for us here anyways. I like Dispel a lot. It's definitely gone up, in my opinion, since the beginning of the format. And, you know, we have a couple cards that we can get blown out if we don't protect our creatures after we put them down. So I think Dispel is definitely a card worth running for us. This pack has basically nothing, so we'll take the Selesnya Sentry, but really not looking to play it. So now we get to choose between Stealer of Secrets and the Skyline Predator. So apparently it was correct to take the Frostburn Weird because the Skyline Predator tabled. Stealer of Secrets, I don't think we need a second one right now. If we had a Azorius Guildmage, I would probably just take the Stealer here. The Azorius Guildmage giving Stealer of Secrets flying is just flat out filthy, and I don't think it's fair when you have those 2 creatures on the board, but we don't have the Guildmage yet, and he's uncommon, so we probably won't even see him in this draft. So I think we just take the Predator. We don't have any 6-drop creatures yet. Here I guess we just take the Inspiration. I don't think we really want Blister Coil Weird. And here I guess we take the Aqua Steed, but I don't think we'll play it. Okay, so here we could either take Follow the Gavel or Mizium Skin. I think we take the Mizium Skin, just because we have both of these enchantments. Mizium Skin, we probably won't main deck, but you know, definitely sideboard-wise, is going to be a consideration against some decks that have a lot of removal for our enchantments, or for our for creatures that are enchanted, I should say. So yeah, so far this deck is looking pretty rad. Not playing the Catacomb Slug, no matter how awesome he may look. Alright, there's another Keening Apparition. I would like to get one of those at some point in the draft. And here we can either take it, the Hussar Patrol, or a Soulsworn Spirit, or maybe even an Ethereal Armor. I think we just take the Soulsworn Spirit. It's definitely the most powerful of the cards in this pack. It's a 4-drop, so it helps complete our curve a little bit better. I would really like if the Keening Apparition tabled, but the other ones that we've opened so far haven't. So there's probably a Selesnya player or another Azorius player valuing them highly. Hopefully they have have their fill and they're looking for something else. That said, there's really not much else in this pack for an Azorius player. I mean, maybe there's an Axebane Guardian, but I'm not counting on that one coming back for sure. Alright. I think this pack is pretty much a dud for us. Really nothing here that we want. So I guess we'll just take the explosive impact. I don't know, I don't think we're going to play it. Who knows, maybe we get a bunch of... whoops, I just showed everything. I hate when I do that. Alright, so we could either take a Runewing or an Asperious Skywatch. I guess theoretically we could also take Thought Flare, but I don't think we're doing that. We just don't have the lands to support it. As tempted and as greedy as I am, I think Asperious Skywatch is probably better. We already have a couple 4-drops. Aqua Steed is not one of them though. Asperious Skywatch is, you know, it's like a good card if you can get up to 6 mana. I don't like having too many expensive spells in the Azorius deck, so maybe it's correct to take Runewing here. I don't know, I'm just, like, Runewing is just kind of, like, not that impressive of a card. You know, like, I'd almost rather just have, like, another 3 casting cost flyer. You know, I take the Asperious Skywatch and then I'm immediately punished with another 6 power for a 6 casting cost flyer, which I think we have to take here. It's basically Mohammedi Djinn, which is good. So yeah, we'll take it. We might not play the Skywatch now. Alright, so here we could either take a Guildgate, a Tower Drake, or a Swift Justice. I don't think we need another Swift Justice. Another Guildgate would be nice, but, you know, when we just have a Tower Drake, I think we just take that. Okay, this pack is not super good for us. There's nothing really here. You know, I don't think we're going to play Crosstown Courier. And at this point, I'm not super thrilled about it, seeing a Splatter Thug go that late, so we'll just take that and say enough's enough. Here we could take another Hussar Patrol, which I'm probably leaning towards. I don't really want to take another Sealer because, you know, like, we just don't have... We have 1 inaction injunction. We don't really have any ways of getting it through. So, to be honest, I don't even know if we're going to play the first Stealer. So it's either Hussar Patrol or Ethereal Armor. And I think the pick is probably Hussar Patrol. We already have 2 enchantments, so, you know, I don't think we really have enough to make Ethereal Armor worth playing. Another Azorius Charm is something I can get on board with, though. Man, I don't think I've ever had 2 of these in the same deck. They're pretty sweet, though. I mean, you can cycle them, which is, you know, I guess usually not what you want to be doing with them. But giving all your creatures lifelink can just, like, blow the game away when you're racing, like, a Rakdos deck. We have a lot of Hussar Patrols. But a 3rd one, I guess, is okay. Getting in there with our Sphinx of the Chimes totally was the game plan all along. And let's see. Out of all of these, you know, I guess we have some pretty powerful, like, late game spells, so I don't want to see Skullrend, but I don't think it matters too terribly much. We already have 1 Museum Skin, so I think we just take the Runewing here. I don't know if we'll end up playing it. We'll take the Electrickery just so they don't kill our Tower Drake. That would be rude. Take a Swift Justice. And there's that Crosstown Courier we were debating about taking earlier. So yeah, overall I'd say this is a pretty sweet Azorius deck. I'm not sure if the Frostborn Weird is gonna make the cut. We didn't get any Dramatic Rescues, which is, you know, usually a card I want to have, but I think that's okay. Alright, so Dispel likely coming in. Museum Skin is probably sideboard, playing that for sure. Stealer of Secrets is also a maybe. Not sure about the Inspiration either. We'll see. And then in terms of Skywatch versus Skyline Predator, I think Skywatch is probably the worst of the 2. Not sure about Concordia Pegasus. We'll put these guys in, put this in, put this in. Alright. Okay, so now the question is, we have 13 creatures. I think we do want to play the Dispel because we are, playing a couple enchantments here that we do need to, protect. Not sure if we're going to be able to make room for the Inspiration. I think we do want to play the Frostborn Weird. We have a decent amount of blue, so getting double blue on turn 2 is not like super unreasonable. We have the Skyline Predator too. So now for the 20, oh no, that is 23. So yeah, this makes 23. So the question is, do we want to play Concordia Pegasus? If we do, we could, like, I don't know, take out Runewing or something. I think playing Frostborn Weird has more upside. I could be wrong. Frostborn Weird is a pretty strong card, but I don't know how much it fits with our game plan, of getting in through the air. No, we have a lot of blue now that I'm looking at it. So I think it's okay to do that. And I think Weird is good enough that I'm okay running it. So let's put in our Guildgate and see what the land's Moto suggests are. I don't think that's right. I think we'll do this. So yeah, effectively 9 blue sources. Should be good enough for what we have, as well as 9 white. I think we have a pretty powerful Azorius deck. So just deciding if there's any last minute changes I want to make. I don't think so. Alright, well I will submit this and see you in